So we are going to factor by grouping today. This is when we're going to have 4 terms in the polynomial, okay? So far, we've only done factoring when we either have a binomial or a trinomial. That's 2 or 3 terms, okay? Now, whenever there's 4 terms, we're going to factor by grouping, okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to first group the first 2 terms together and then the second 2 terms together. So we're going to basically pretend that it's 2 separate problems. We're going to factor them separately. Now, if you do this correctly, you should have twins, okay? And you'll see. Let me show you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want you guys to think of this as 2 separate problems. So see how there's 4 terms? This is just problem number 13. Think of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 different terms. So I first want you guys to think of it like this problem and this problem, okay? Just think of it as 2 separate problems, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to factor this yellow problem, okay? So what do these 2 terms have in common? They both have an x. And remember, I'm going to take the smallest a variable that I see, so that's x to the first. So the GCF of the first problem is x. Okay? Then I divide each of these by x. And I'm left with x plus 4. Okay? Everyone sees that? That's what we did the past 2 days. Now, I'm going to find the GCF of these next 2 terms, okay? 2x plus 8. What these have in common is a 2. The GCF is 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write plus 2 as my GCF. Now I'm going to divide both of these by 2. And I'm left with x plus 4. Now, if you did this correctly, you should always have the same terms in the parentheses. Y'all see that? See how they're the same? So what we're going to do is I'm going to write this x plus 4 just one time right here. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this x, the GCF of the first, what's happening? Ooh, sorry. I'm going to take the GCF of the first term and the GCF of the second term, and we're going to put them together in the first set of parentheses. So I'm taking this, and then this is my final answer. That's my final answer. All right, let's do another one. Okay. Again, so I just do the first 2 and think of this as 2 separate problems. Okay. The GCF of the yellow problem is just going to be a, because there's no number that goes into both 2 and 3. So the GCF is a. I divide both of these by a, and I'm going to get 2a plus 3. Okay. Now, the GCF of 6a plus 9, we have to figure out a number that goes into both 6 and 9, and that number is 3. So, since 3 goes into both 6 and 9, and there's no letter, so my GCF is just 3. So when I divide all that, I get that. Now, if you did this correctly, you should have twins. And look, we do have twins. All right? See how they're the same right there? That means we did it correctly. So, since I have twins, I'm going to just rewrite it one time. And then I'm going to take this A and this 3 and write them together. A plus 3. And that is my final answer. The secret word is basketball.